Hello and welcome back to Mount & Blade Warband, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to be speaking to lezalit, because I've returned all the way back to Wercheg. The only place you can actually speak to your steward is in your initial home base, which in my case is obviously Wercheg. So I am going to speak to him, and I'm going to say that I would very much like to make myself the Lord of Tyr. And there we go, we're done. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. Pretty funny, right? Yeah, so what we can also do is we can actually send an emissary to any one of the lords, well, should we say the leaders of the other factions. So, for example, if I wanted to send, let's say I wanted to send an emissary to King Harlaus to say, hey, you know, how's it going, you know, sort of thing, then obviously we could do that. However, that doesn't really do much at the moment, because we really are actually in a bit of a, well, not a troublesome situation, but we're in a situation where it's not really necessary for us to do that just yet, because we don't have enough right to rule. Right to rule is extremely important, and we're going to need more of that, and that's the reason why I sent off Ymira in the previous episode. She still has not returned, but hopefully in due time she will be. And this is where we currently are. So yeah, we have Tyr over there. I'm thinking I'm probably going to make my way over to Sargoth. I'm going to see what's going on there. Bear in mind, I do have some additional units that I have recruited. There's Lord Nelag. He's running around with around 50 units. All right. Not entirely sure why he's running around with such a small army, but okay. I guess we are a relatively small faction at the moment, so I guess it kind of doesn't... I mean, it's not that surprising, I guess. Anyway, let's take a look and see what Sargoth is currently handling here. Okay, never mind. Let's not do that. Yes, what a classic, eh? Yeah, it's one of those times, isn't it? Okay, so otherwise, I guess the best thing I can do is go for YAROGLEK Castle, I suppose. That seems like a good plan to me. Oh, Jarl Turagor, do you want to fight? He does? Why do you want to fight me, sir? Are you serious? I have only 15 Swadian knights. That's the reason why I've been recruiting a bunch of Swadian recruits, by the way. So, yeah. Wait a minute. Is he faster than me? No, he's not faster than me. So I should theoretically be able to deal with him without too many difficulties. Let's see what we can do. Alright, yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. Bear in mind, I do have a significant amount of cavalry from other sources as well, which is actually partially the reason why I wanted to start leveling up units from the VAEGIRS, because the VAEGIRS do actually have a couple of cavalry units in the form of VAEGIR knights, and also horsemen, regular horsemen as well that they have. And in my opinion, in a pinch, those kinds of units are definitely going to... Well... that was actually a lot of damage right there that my horse just took. Not exactly good, but okay. But yeah, otherwise, what was I even saying? Because I now literally just got my entire thought process completely thrown off. I guess I have no clue. Yeah, we have a lot of cavalry. That's pretty much the bottom line right there. But yeah, oh well, never mind. I guess they're going to be a pretty decent replacement for now, until my recruits actually level up, and hopefully they will level up relatively quickly. Hello there, sir. This is the enemy vassal. Take him out, thank you. There we are. Not too bad. Yes, indeed. Not too bad. Can we... Yes, yep, there we go, there we go. That is what we like to see. And I believe that is probably it. I mean... we haven't eliminated hardly close to his total army capacity right now, but it feels to me like this is absolute game over for him, so shouldn't be too bad. And I don't think we're going to be losing any additional units either. We're losing like one unit every single time we do one of these fights, which is actually really, really good. So I think taking YAROGLEK Castle would probably be a really good idea, and then maybe going over to Horus Castle as well. I really do want to take Sargoth, but I am going to need all of their vassals to leave. I will definitely need that to happen. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, we're just going to be in a perpetual state of, oh, I can't besiege that because there's a lot of people there. You know, that kind of thing. So, Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and attack here. Oh dear, hello. Alright, this is a bit problematic. Alright, so the VAEGIRS are now declaring war against us, as I anticipated. Of course, you didn't see that, but off screen, the VAEGIRS made peace with the Nords. Of course, who else are they going to attack now? The VAEGIRS technically could attack the Kyrgyz, they could also attack the Swadians too, but why would they do that when those factions are both relatively strong, right? Why would they do that? You know, there's no need for them to attack a faction that is really, really strong. Instead, they could attack ours and have a grand old time. They're going to have a great time attacking us. But, as I have mentioned in previous episodes, any single time that I've seen a VAEGIR vassal, I've always thought, yeah, they don't seem that strong. They don't seem that strong. And it is also giving us a relatively good opportunity for us to pounce upon a variety of things that they've taken from the Nords in the process of attacking them as well. So, this is actually not terrible. Not a particularly terrible thing. So, I'm looking forward to this. Let's see how we do. Alright, so first of all, if the Nords actually want peace with me, I will be probably accepting it. Albert Castle has now come under siege, as you might expect. We're just going to sell all of this stuff that we can here. Don't have a lot of space. Let's just do this. There we go. Buy some food, there we are, and we still have that, there we are. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, now let's just go and swap around our horse. Okay, so they're trying to take Albert Castle, which obviously, as you might expect, is pretty, well, I mean, let's face it, it's poorly defended, okay? It's poorly defended. I mean, I really haven't had the time to put more units in there because I've just basically been running around trying to expand my territory as much as I possibly want to. And I wanted to do that quite a lot, to be honest, because expanding my territory dramatically decreases the amount of damage that the opponent can do to us as well, because they have less resources, and it's just going to be easier for us in general. But obviously, this is, I don't know. Wow, okay, hello. That's a large campaign going on there. Alright, we're going to need to very quickly get over to Alberg, defend that. As you can see, they're actually starting to move now. And this guy, is he the one that was actually besieging our stuff? I have no clue. Well, whatever the case, this gives me a good opportunity to fight some VAEGIRS, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, yeah, it's been a long time since I fought some VAEGIRS, that's for sure. So this is going to be the first time in a long time before we have the absolutely deadly reminder that they're very good in regards to their archers. Their archers are very, very powerful. So let's see how we do here. I'm just going to tell my forces to charge straight on in. I love the way that the horses all accelerate extremely fast whenever you have cavalry in this game. It's so satisfying to see that. Here we go. Here we go. Now, thankfully, because they actually have archers, it might not even be that difficult for us, because while the archers are dangerous, they are very lightly armored for the most part. And so, for example, many of the times that I can attack them, they're probably just going to die in one hit. Most of the time, which is really easy for us. Okay, here we go. Yes, wade in there, try and do a little bit of disruption. Doesn't really matter whether I deal damage at the moment, just need to really walk through them with my horse. Try to disrupt their attack patterns and everything. Try to daze them a little bit. And I think that should be fine. Yeah, it seems like these guys have actually taken some pretty significant damage from the Nords as well. Because obviously, we have been doing a right number on the Nords, and they're very weakened. And the VAEGIRS, I don't even know what they've been doing, but it feels to me like they haven't really maximized the amount of advantage that they could have taken from our war against the Nords. I don't know, but whatever the case, we basically took no casualties whatsoever there. A VAEGIR recruit to take prisoner, don't really want to do that. Let's just take some of the loot, not all of it, and let's take a look and see. Yep, no, there we go, there's the fellow. you want to fight me? No, 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 no. He's going into the siege. That is hilarious that he's actually going into the siege. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, once again, this is one of those times where I'm pretty much just going to tell my forces to hold position back here. I do not want them to stand at the front. Because if this guy has a couple of archers, they're going to do a lot of damage to us. Our VAEGIRS knights, as you can quite clearly see, most of them do not have shields, as far as I can tell. They have two-handed bardishes or axes in some form or another, so it's really a good idea to try and keep those out of the line of fire. They can do a lot of damage if you allow them to. So that's exactly the reason why I'm making them move away. And now, oh, hello there. That is one of you. Uh-huh. Okay, here we go. This is a VAEGIRS knight. This is actually a bad place for me to be. There we go. Oh no, that's not a VAEGIRS knight. It's him himself. It's actually the guy. It's actually the vassal. I had no idea. Okay. Well, I've told my forces to charge in again. This is us fighting on the stairs. Not a big fan of that. This is also one of the reasons why Warband might sometimes be a little bit frustrating, because, as you can quite clearly see, I can't get back up there. There are no alternative routes for me to get back up to fight with my forces. So I now have to tell my forces to hold back here, and then we have to tell them to charge back in once again. So that's the way you can really do things. It's a bit clunky, but obviously the game came out a long time ago, so yeah, you can kind of forgive it for that, you know. Okay, wait a minute. We need to kill this guy. Oh, he's doing so much damage right now, this fella. I need to also make sure I don't die myself. Oh, I took damage. Wow. Okay, that was very unlucky. I took damage literally just by jumping. Yeah, just by jumping one time, I took damage. That was very funny. All right, let's move my forces back a little bit more here. I want the enemy to come down the stairs, and then I want us to charge straight on back in. There we go. That is a little better. Basically, positioning is everything in this case. We want to try and force them down the stairs so that they are fighting us with just 2 units and we are fighting them with many, many more. So it's kind of like a pseudo bottleneck kind of situation, which is actually helping us out a great deal. And there we go. We were able to achieve victory. Pretty nice. Okay, so now things happen. Now things happen. So in other words, now we have no idea where the large campaign of the VAEGIRS actually have gone, so we're gonna need to probably stay around here, I guess. Oh, hello there. There's another one. Oh, are you serious? Okay. What do you have? Do you have anything amazing? No, it doesn't seem like it. All right. Ooh, this is non-stop, absolute non-stop intensive action here. We can't really let up for a second. We really need to continue eliminating these vassals as much as we can. Because as it stands, if we don't, well, they're gonna all team up in that campaign, and then bad things are gonna happen. They're gonna take things, we're gonna be unable to stop them, well, I mean, the worst thing that can possibly happen is for us to get defeated. That would be the worst thing. So I'm very much hoping that I can try to prevent any of that from happening if I just play adequately enough. I don't think I need to play perfectly, but just playing adequately will be fine. And I think at some point we're probably going to have to sacrifice a particular fief. But the point is, which fief, right? Which fief? Because the VAEGIRS, they're going to besiege something, and they're going to besiege something with that incredibly large campaign that they have going on following their field marshal. So it is very much a case of, where do we draw the line? You know? Because if they try to take wercheg, oh, no way. That is not going to happen, sirs. I will try to defend that to the very last breath, basically. But if they try to take Albert Castle with that massive amount of troops, then I'm not sure, because at the moment I feel like it's a pretty decent place for us to defend. It seems like the layout is quite nice. As you saw in the previous siege that we did just now, it was actually alright, you know, we suffered very little casualties. I really don't want to charge the enemy again, but I do not trust the auto-resolve in this game at all. Because I've done that many times before where I've been fighting a vassal and then he has 2, 3, 4 units remaining and I have 90 or 150 or whatever, and it turns out that they just killed some of my highest tier units. That can happen. Oh yes, that can happen with the auto-resolve, so I'm just being a little bit careful here just by going in manually. But yeah, I'm thinking that Albert Castle might not even be a terrible place for us to go, but it is going to be pretty awful with the amount of units we have in the garrison there, so not sure whether it's going to be worth it. So we'll see. There's another horse right there. Don't really need the horse, thank you very much, but yeah, okay. So let's have a look and see what happens. Okay, so they're coming here. Okay. They're actually wanting... Wait a minute. He's traveling... King YAROGLEK is with him. He has an extremely small amount of units with him. Oh, what? What are you doing, sir? What is this? What is this? It's not like he's delaying me in any way. Look at this guy. What is his thought process in regards to this? I would have expected him to bring a couple of people to attack us at the same time, but this is actually good. This basically helps me in a great many ways, because we're now making it so that my the siege that is inevitably going to occur is going to happen at a much lower combat strength than otherwise would have been the case. Although here's the thing, King YAROGLEK and the Marshal himself, they are extremely strong looking at the moment. And I actually think that generally, if they were the only ones to participate in the siege, that would probably be enough. You know, that would probably be enough. That's why it's a little bit worrying that they're all running around over to wercheg straight away. They're targeting the very heart of our kingdom. And I really don't want that to be taken. If I can help it, I would very much like to try and defend it. So I'm just... This is the thing. Every single time we can go into one of these battles, it's giving my forces more experience. More experience for my wonderful Swadian militia and footmen and so on and so forth to level up into Swadian man-at-arms and Swadian knights. We need as many of those as we can get our hands on. Highest tier units possible. That's the kind of thing that we really want to have happen here, but it's very difficult. Okay, so wait a minute. Can I get another person to actually come over here and attack me? Oh, wait a minute. Tyr has been besieged as well. I mean, I don't really care about Tyr right now. Tyr is really kind of important to me, but I kind of care about wercheg more, as you might expect. And here's the thing. We actually had another vassal just now defect from the Saronids. Okay, so there's 65 in here. I'm going to go into the marketplace real fast because I would like to sell. So let's just do that very quickly. There we go. Yeah, let me just make sure everything's good here. There we are. Okay, fantastic. Great. That's a lot of good money right there. And we're just going to take a little bit of food just in case I do actually get defeated. That would be pretty awful. And we've got a ransom broker here. I can actually sell the Nord Warrior for 140. It's not really that useful. And caravan guards. Let's get some more of those. Okay, so let's go into the garrison. Okay, all right. So I got 2 man-at-arms, really, just 2. That is pretty awful. Okay, more caravan guards, more horsemen, more veterans, more horsemen. There we are. Okay. Let's see now. This is going to be interesting. Right. Right, okay. I do not want to wait for some time, so I'm going to just try and bait the opponent into moving after me. It's not going to work, I don't think. They're all pretty disciplined, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, it's just going to happen, I guess. And we are actually going to be speaking to Lord Nuas right here, and I'm basically just gonna take him in. Just going to take him in right now. There's really no reason why I shouldn't. And I'm now... I don't know whether we can do this, but I suppose we'll see. I'm going to continue trying to bait them, though. Alright, so I did just receive 8,100 from our rents and tariffs and so on and so forth, which is actually really, really good, because if Tyr does get taken, which inevitably I think it will be, I didn't really put too many units in there, unfortunately. I can't really, I mean, as I say, it's all over the place. I can't really do much about any of that kind of stuff, so I was basically just trying to be as aggressive as possible against the Nords, try and take as much as I possibly can. Maybe should have been even more aggressive than I was, but yeah, anyway, we're getting a really good amount from Tyr, but I'm just happy that we received the wages before it got taken, and we still have this going on here at wercheg. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually wondering whether we should go into a battle and just do some damage, right? So literally just do some damage to them and then get out of there. Okay, here we go, here we go. How many do they have, though? This is the point. 490! Okay, let's try it. I've got -9. I have 25 units on the battlefield, but if they're all cavalry, we should be okay, actually. Surprisingly enough, we should be okay. This might be alright. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this is risky. This is very, very risky. I can't do much more than just try, I guess. And we're just going to do a little bit of a hit and run strategy here. So just do a little bit of damage, run away, a little bit of damage, run away, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much all I can really do. Let's try and take out that guy's horse. A little bit of damage here and there from me, and that's a polearm. I would run into one of the largest polearms I've ever seen. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, not too bad so far. Please don't die, guys. Don't run into random stuff. Look at these guys. They're just running into random stuff right now. This is terrible. Okay, well, whatever the case, it's fine. It's fine. If they want to do that, then they want to do that. Have we done good damage so far? I think so. Yeah, we've done good damage. All right. Now we're going to retreat. Boom. We're going to lose some people, as you can quite clearly tell. We're going to lose some people, but that's okay, because, I mean, that's what they're there for, right? And we killed 34. Okay, so we killed 34. So now we're just going to leave, and we're just going to level up our forces, because we do have a couple of level up, well, one level up. And then we're going to just wait for a little bit. Albert Castle has been besieged by King YAROGLEK himself. Yeah, that's really annoying, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go in here once again. Same thing, same deal, but bear in mind, look at our battle advantage now. Our battle advantage now is actually -8 instead of -9. So that's looking a little bit better than it was before. And now let's tell our forces to charge in. I want to try and take the enemy unawares, basically. So, I mean, obviously they know that we're going to be attacking them, but I want to try and do it before they get into a position where they can actually deal more damage to us. Let's just kill that guy's horse, and then we're going to try and see if I can maybe just get around the side here. Okay, I'm trying. I want to try and target their archers. Yeah, it's going okay, but I cannot allow my horse to die, because if that happens, I'm dead, and we really don't want that. Okay. Not terribly bad. Not terribly bad. Unfortunately, Jeremus, really. Jeremus, come on now. Come on now. You can do a lot better than that, sir. I know you. You can do a lot better than this. Really? Okay, well, I'm staying in here a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I'm thinking we've got the advantage right now, you know, we've got a pretty good advantage, so I'm actually wanting to just do as much damage as we possibly can. Unfortunately, Jeremus has been eliminated, so his wound treatment is not going to be working for us, so I'm thinking we're probably going to be retreating probably after a couple of extra kills from me. Let's just kill this guy. Can we get to him? No. Alright, I can't retreat while enemies are after me as well, by the way, so I'm gonna have to lose these fellows. This is bad. Can I get away? Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright, so we ended up losing 3 units. That's really not that bad at all. We eliminated, wow, another 59, which is actually pretty decent. Now they only have 392. That's not bad. If you think about it, that's not bad. That's okay. Unfortunately, Jeremus is now in a pretty bad spot, so I'm actually just gonna... Wow, okay. Alright. What can I do about it? I don't know. 153 versus 400. We might be okay. Oh, this is actually maybe better than I anticipated. This might be better than I thought. But it very much depends on how much damage the VAEGIR archers can actually do from down there. I mean, I could tell my forces to move backwards. Maybe. I don't know whether that's worth it. Oh well, let's just try and do as much damage as possible to the enemy lords. They are the ones that are mostly going to be doing the damage here. They have the highest stats out of anyone on the field. So the most that we can do there is just try our best. This is going to be a tough one. Okay, reinforcements have arrived for the enemy as well as for ourselves. This is not particularly good. I was actually hoping that we could maintain a ratio where they would be provided reinforcements, resources, whatever, doubly as much as us. But that is obviously not very realistic, I guess, which is kind of sad. But you can see here they're actually sending in their archers, which is actually perfect for us. That's really, really good. We want them to send in their archers as much as possible because they are basically useless in melee combat. They're really good from range, however, so obviously they're going to be doing massive damage. You can see here we're losing a lot of units. over time, because the enemy is obviously able to pepper us with a little bit of arrows here and there. Every single time they spawn in, they're going to have a completely fresh batch of arrows in their quiver, and it's just going to be very difficult for us. However, what I have done is I've actually leveled up, so I'm going to be spending a point in strength. We're going to be going for what else? What else can I actually do that is going to help us out here? Maybe some wound treatment, maybe some first aid. Maybe I just want to do that because otherwise I've just got shield, horse archery, trainer. Trainer might actually be kind of useful, so let's go for some trainer. And otherwise we'll just level up our one-handed. That's pretty much all I can do. And so let's continue. Let's see what we can do here though. This is going to be really, really hard. I actually don't even know whether we're going to achieve victory here, but we have to try. I really cannot take more damage. Are you serious? Come on now. That was so bad of me. That was really, really bad. Okay. I cannot take more damage. How many have we killed so far? Only 200? Really? Oh, it feels like so much more. It feels like so much more. That is really harsh. Okay. All I can do is just try my best. I cannot die, though. I cannot die. How many VAEGIR knights do they have? And how am I getting hit all the time? Yeah, you know, it makes me really wish that I would have specced more points into Iron Flesh and things, just purely for the fact that I would have more, more staying power in this kind of situation. And I'm pretty sure that Jeramus actually isn't alive in this particular siege. So because of that, we don't have any first aid skill. We have no first aid skill to sort of lean back on. So if I actually do end up dying, which I think is somewhat inevitable, because it's me, you know, that's what happens. But let's just say that I don't, then we're going to be fine, and I think we will probably win. But if I do, it's more than likely going to force me into an auto-resolve situation, and you know how the auto-resolve is. Oh yes, it's pretty awful. So maybe I just be a bit more careful. Maybe that would be good. I don't know. Oh, actually, wait a minute. We've won. Never mind. Okay, well, we're fine. Whew. Okay, I was really, really worried there for a lot of the time, actually the whole time. And we actually achieved victory. Can you believe it? Yeah, we actually won. Whew. That was very difficult. We did end up losing a couple of units, but nothing too bad. And they've now retreated. Now this is perfect for a variety of reasons. And the best thing that we can do is run away. Just here. And then just stick around along the outskirts. Just stick around here, and then we're going to go in. Boom. We're going to take these guys on. They literally don't have anything, as you can see right here. So I'm just going to auto-resolve. Boom. And now we can take them prisoner if we want to, or we can let them go, or we can do whatever we want to do, which is actually fantastic. So I'm going to be letting them go. As I said before, I want to try to farm the enemy as much as we possibly can. So being able to do that is really, really useful. I'm going to be attacking this guy as well. He is the enemy marshal. So we're going to welcome Ymira back. Okay, thank you very much. And I think I'm probably going to be telling her that she can go away now. She can just do whatever she wants to do. And we're going to be saying to Borcha that I would like you to go off and do your own thing, and he's going to go off and do that. And then we're just going to tackle this guy. And here we go. 82 versus 74. We should be fine here. We don't have any cavalry, any cavalry problems, should we say. We have a lot of cavalry, and we are going to be able to completely stomp this fellow into the ground. At least that's what we want to do. Let me see now. I got to be careful, though. I still cannot die. Bear that in mind. I still cannot die. As far as I'm aware, we do not have Jeramus. No, we do not have Jeramus. He is still knocked unconscious. So it is a bit problematic. but I should be okay as long as I just prey upon extremely weakened units. And that seems to be working quite nicely anyway. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, yeah, that's perfectly fine. We've won this, no problem. Now what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly, after we've done this, we're going to very quickly go over to Albert Castle, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to be able to defend against King YAROGLEK himself. Bear in mind, the Nords really aren't that much of a threat any further. The only threat that we are going to have to deal with are the VAEGIRS at this point. So if they want to continue this, then that's absolutely fine with me, because it just provides us with more ways to generate experience and more ways to generate renown, which is of course what we want. So now wercheg is completely fine, right? Yep, it is completely fine. I don't see any vassals around here. Do I see any vassals around here? No, I don't. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. He hasn't gone into Albert Castle yet, which is absolutely perfect. There he is. Wow, you're slow, sir. You are very, very slow. Okay, I'm actually perfectly happy with him to try and take this. He has some really good units, though. Look at how many VAEGIR veterans he has. Why does he have so many veterans? Wow, that's actually kind of scary. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna even be able to defend against him. You know what? I'm gonna play this smartly, okay? Instead of using my brawn, which is what I've currently been doing most of the time, I'm actually gonna use my brain for once. Yes, it's kind of surprising, right? Yes, kind of surprising. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna leave Albert Castle. If that wants to get taken, then, you know, that's just what's gonna happen. However, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move over to Izmirala Castle, because Izmirala Castle, I know for a fact, has basically no people in it. As you can see, it has very, very small garrison, and this is basically forcing YAROGLEK to come over here if he wants to try and take it. So I've got to be a bit careful here. I lost tier to the Kingdom of Nords, as you might expect. Of course, that's just going to happen, and we are going to be going into Izmirala. Alright, so I have a pretty, still a pretty injured body right now, so if I do get shot a little bit too much, we're just going to have to retreat straight away. But I didn't really want to give YAROGLEK any further time to come over here and try to stop us. That was the main thought process behind that. So hopefully we're going to be able to do this without too many problems. And I might actually give this to my Saranid vassal, the one that defected from the Saranids. I'm thinking that that might actually be a good way to go. But he might, again, he might be a faction hopper, so I have to be very careful about those kinds of things, but I don't know. We're just going to have to try it. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can you please get up here? Yeah, there we go, okay. Oh, this is absolutely perfect. Being able to stand on people's shoulders like this is really making a huge difference. Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah, what a classic, eh? What a classic. Alright, I'm just going to basically stand down here then, because apparently my forces are going to be able to deal with this themselves. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that they will be able to deal with it themselves. I mean, if they can't clear the battlements now, after I dealt so much damage up there, then I don't even know what to say. But it seems as though they are now spreading out. That is good. Feels to me like the AI, when it comes to actually penetrating defenses and getting onto the battlements and securing a foothold, is a little bit less aggressive in Warband. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Sometimes they seem really aggressive and other times they don't. So, I'm not sure. Maybe it depends. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Gonna get out my shield. I'm gonna die here unless I can get out of this particular position. Gonna try and fade through my forces right now. Just gonna try and use the wall. Can I... Oh, well, this is not good. Yeah, this is not good at all. Here we go, here we go. I'm slightly... Yeah, I'm slightly getting away. Yeah, my forces are over there as well. Okay, yeah. I cannot die. That is the bottom line. I cannot die. So I'm actually just prioritizing that right now. I'm just prioritizing that, making sure that we have absolutely no worries. Although I have a very small shield, so my shield is not really going to block absolutely every single thing that comes my way. In the form of arrows, of course. Okay, guys, can you... Yeah, look at how slow that was. Do you see that? Do you see how slow that one of our forces moved towards the enemy? They seem to have kind of like a bit of a delay, a bit of a weird delay at that. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but anyway, this is indeed a victory for us. Not a problem at all. Actually, a pretty... yeah, not a bad one. Not a bad one, but... Obviously, this is just so that I can give this to my new Saranid vassal. That's pretty much the only reason why I wanted to take this. And also to maximize the value of our time. Because obviously, I'm not just going to stand at Albert Castle watching YAROGLEK take it. Of course. I mean, what's the point of me doing that, right? There's no point in that at all. So, yeah, we're just going to take this. There we go. And we can now give this to Lord Nuwas, which is exactly what we're going to do. There we are. Now, bear in mind... If lords, and this is the biggest thing about personalities with lords and so on, if lords have bad personalities or personalities that are not melding together well, they will always receive reduced relations when you give a fief to someone else that is not them. So that's the reason why generally when I say, oh, that guy's got a good personality, it kind of makes things a little bit easier in the long run if you actually get vassals with good personalities for the most part. But there you go. So he's put some Saranids in there, which is pretty decent. And we can now level up some more man-at-arms, which is perfect. We can get some more mercenary cavalry, more Swadian knights. That is very nice to see. All right. So I'm pretty sure that wercheg is going to be... Wait a minute. Hello there. You guys are really weird. Oh, you're running from Lord Nuwas. How many does he have? Because from my reckoning, I can't see him. I'm just going to stand here, actually. Oh, he's got 100. Yes! Get in there, sir. Get in there. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is wonderful. All right. Yeah, I'm actually not wanting to even go in here, to be honest. I didn't want to go in here. Oh, well, never mind. I'm just going to help him out, I guess. Even though he's perfectly fine in achieving victory here. So maybe I should just run away and leave him to it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a bad idea for me to head in here anyway, because I'd like to try and restore myself a little bit more, but... Oh, well, never mind. I bet that was really funny, actually, because all of them were basically scared of me, and they didn't want to go too close. And as a result, then Lord Nuwas was able to catch up, which is absolutely fantastic. We love that. That's really nice. So maybe I can do a little bit more of that after we get out of this battle as well, just so that he can actually farm a little bit of experience for his unit and things like that. I think I might be stealing a bunch of experience from him at the moment. He has a Saranid Mamluk as well. Okay, I'm liking that. That's actually really good for him. There we go, increase our relation with him. Just going to let this guy go. Not going to take any of the loot. And I'm actually going to be attacking this fellow. Can I catch up to him? Yes, I can. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just going to attack this guy separately because I don't want him getting past us. And bear in mind that I could probably head straight on to Tia right now and probably take it without any issues. Maybe. It's a little bit of a question mark over that because you never know who's taking it. It could be King Ragnar himself, because if Ragnar takes it, he's definitely going to put a bunch of units in there, and it's going to be very difficult for us to take it back with, well, should we say, with minimal casualties. We're probably going to take quite a few, and I don't really want to set myself back while we are getting on our feet once again, because obviously with all of this besieging that we've been doing, it's actually pretty bad for your own population, and unless you have extremely, I don't know, proficient units and you have a lot of them that can win sieges super fast, you're always going to be taking a relatively sizable amount of casualties in these kinds of sieges. So yeah, there we go. That's a wonderful victory for us though, however. And let's take a look and see what happens here. Because I would like... they actually managed to escape. King YAROGLEK, are you serious? You're actually coming over here? Come on now. Is he going to try and take Izmirala? He is. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, that's very interesting. I am surprised that he is doing that. Or maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. Alright. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Albert Castle from him, and I can literally just do this. Surrender, your situation is hopeless. That is hilarious. Boom, there we go. And I'm gonna give Lord Nuas this as well, because the other thing is going to get taken, but I find that absolutely hilarious. He literally spent all that time taking Albert Castle, and I basically lost nothing. I lost nothing from that entire engagement. That is super funny. All right, yeah, really, really pleased about that. Let's go over here to this castle, actually, because I'd like to see how many units they have in there. We might be able to... Oh, okay. Yeah, we might be able to take this. They have some significant archer population in there, however, which is probably going to be quite dangerous. I actually leveled this guy up by mistake, but I guess it's not too bad because he does level up into a hired blade. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to end this episode off here. And yeah, things are looking not too bad, gotta say. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're able to hold our own so well and not having to really worry about our money situation either, because our money, we haven't really had any issues with it at all. So that's pretty nice. Seems like the Nords are kind of looking a little bit worse for wear. They're not really showing themselves as much as, and you can see the vassals that are running around, they barely have any kind of combat strength at all. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.